Hello everyone, today I'm doing something a little bit different. Today I'm going to give a tour of my arcade. I've done a few things. I bought a disco ball, so yes, I know this is the epitome of an arcade, but I did not realize I had the attract on that machine. But I've lost my mic, so I'm not going to be able to use that tonight, but we're going to give a little tour, talk about some of my machines and some of my history with them, because I grew up in arcades, huge fan of them, and I'm doing this because I want my son to experience this with me and to kind of enjoy something that I enjoyed when I was growing up. So first we are going to look at the only one that's not turned on right now. Why is it not turned on? It works. I mean, I'll show you it works. I'll turn it on. Need to get a stool because the switch of it is on top. Way in the back. But this one, no sound because the soundboard on it, there's a chip on it you need to take off, and if you don't take it off, it actually causes another chip to heat up during shutdown and causes it to basically need to be replaced, and that's what I'm going to do with this one. So basically clip that one chip, that one resistor off or capacitor, and then replace a chip. So then I'll have this one back up and running. But Rampage, great game, always loved it. What you have here is a game about, let me actually scoot this back a little bit. You have three monsters. There's Lizzie, George, and Ralph. Yeah. George is basically King Kong. Lizzie is a lizard, Godzilla, and Ralph is a giant werewolf, as you can see the three here. Great game. Basically all you do is run around destroying buildings. I played this a great deal when I was growing up. Very much enjoyed it. Always loved this game. So basically you start each day is your new round when you destroy all the buildings. As you can see, they can punch and everything. Once that's done, then you go on to the next round and you're all good. That picture actually looks a lot better now. But I'm not going to show any gameplay video because this would turn into a very long video if I did. But Rampage, so you can speak from this. Two guys, a girl. I think the premise of this is they were experimented on and they turned into these giant monsters because when you die, you turn back into a human. So that's that game. Next we have, let's just move the camera. And next we have Frogger. It would actually been better if I brought my camera over here because this one's angled kind of unusual. Okay, now let us angle down here. Okay, Frogger only has one control, and that is a single joystick here. You basically move the frog up, down, left, right, and it's very good. So you can see here, the frog moves back and forth. That literally all you're trying to do is get the frog. There's a piece of glass here, so I can't really get too close. But getting the frog to these areas like this. And if you get them there, if you get all 5 of them filled in, you go into the next round and more cars are down here. There's snakes that come across the grass here and here. And then some of these logs turn into alligators. Very good fun. This is actually a game that's played a lot, so very much enjoy it. And for the Nintendo fans, this is let's get on this side. This is a Nintendo Versus system. Well, it's kind of hard because I don't have a lot of room on this side, so it's a little difficult to show. And right now I have it sat back in here. This is the control panel. So it's like an NES controller. You have a A-B button, D-pad, and you got your 1, 2 player button, so it's very simple controls. But I actually have, this is called the multiverses system I have in here. So I have Duck Hunt, Super Mario Brothers, Choo Choo, Clue Clue, something like that is another one. And I think 1 or 2 other games on it, but mainly I played the Excite Bike and Mario Brothers. Very good. This actually has the Excite Bike marquee. So, I think it has golf on it also. Very good game. Very much love it. My son, Adrian, he loves to play it. He likes to, he says, he'll say, play motorcycle? Play motorcycle? And that's what he wants to play. And now, let's go to this game. This is a gun game, as you can tell here by the 2 big guns here. And this is called Revolution X. In this game, what you're trying to do is basically save the world. But if you look up here, you can tell who stars in the game. We have Steven Tyler there, and if you know anything, well, also it says here Aerosmith. So the music to Aerosmith is in this game, and basically it says music is your weapon. So you have a gun here that you're shooting enemies with, and you shoot CDs at them. So it's pretty much as you can see here. Somebody jumps out, they throw some of them have guns, this guy has spears, some of them they have their mutated people. It's just different things that they do in the game. So you shoot them. If you press the yellow button that's here on the controller, I think you see up there is Aerosmith. If you're a fan of Aerosmith, you probably like this game. If you're not a fan of their music, you probably hate this game. So, and it's an infinite ammo game. Some people don't like these type. I do like them. There's also others like Terminator 2 is a game like this. Oh gosh, I can't think of any others right now. There's quite a few of them. Oh, you can actually see me on the screen. Hello. But the only thing I'm missing on this game is actually the bezel that goes around it, because there's supposed to be like a yellow bezel that goes around this. So I'm missing that. One weird thing about this game is actually the monitor is down there, and you're actually looking at an angled mirror. So if I actually pick the camera up and point this down, you'll actually see the monitor in there. See, that's the monitor down there, but you're actually, everything's reversed on it. And that is actually a mirror that you're looking at. It's a very interesting effect to make it look like the cabinet's deeper than it really is. This is my Neo Geo. It actually has, let's get over here so I can actually, I have a 161 in 1 game cartridge in it, so it has a bunch of different Neo Geo games in it. This is actually a cartridge-based system. Neo Geo is great for that, because if you want to change the game, just change the cartridge out. I have 3 or 4 cartridges for it, but this is just easier, so I don't have to keep opening it up and changing them out. So like, one of my favorite games is King of Monsters. So this is generally this or 3 count bout, things like that. And it just right here, it boots up into the game. I have the sounds turned down because it gets really loud in here if you don't. And when I do videos, like I keep this on because my son loves the thunder and the music this plays. But King of Monsters is one of my favorite games. Basically, you can actually hear this one. This one actually still plays the attraction sound. And this is on, most of these are on free play, except for the first 3 I showed you. Those aren't on free to play yet, and the NBA game is on free play. This one basically just like a giant monster, and you're in a kind of like a wrestling match. So, I was going to see if that would show you the tracked video they do. Like normally what they do in most video games is you have this, choose the name of it, play some music, then it kind of shows you some gameplay, which is what these other games have shown you. But this one likes to stay on this screen for long periods of time. But yeah, very good game. With this, if you want to go back to the cartridge that I have, you just hold the player 1 button down for, I think, 7 seconds, or 10 seconds, and then it resets back to the list, and you can select another game. Metal Slug, I have Metal Slug 3 on one of the actual cartridges. Very good game, very fun. It's a running gun type of game. If you've never played them, I highly recommend Metal Slug. Also, this is a fun game right here I have. This is, if you look at the marquee, it's on it. If it will actually, let's try to get that to. There we are. This game, Stakes Winner 2, actually, that's actually a real game I have. It's a horse racing game. Over here is Metal Slug 3. So basically, you're this guy, you're jumping around the gun, shooting all types of stuff. Very, very good game. Great 2-player game because you both fight to get to, and it's an arcade game, so you're going to die a lot. That's what's great about being on free play. Alright. Now, we're going to go to Skee-Ball. I love Skee-Ball. One of my favorite games. I mean, I have a very long Skee-Ball machine. I think this thing is almost 11 feet long when you actually measure it from the very back. I think this is considered a 9-foot ramp to play on. It has the 100,000 goals on the ends, 50, and if you drop 3 zeros, it could just be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 100 points. But they went for the thousands. It's great because there's supposed to be lights down here. I just need to replay right here. There's supposed to be lights. When it flashes there, those are supposed to flash also. But I have to replace the strips, light strips on them. For some reason, they got burned out. And that will be one of my next projects I'm going to be doing. As you can see, my son loves that music. Okay, next we're going to go to one of my favorite games of all time. And that is Tubin. Alright. Oh, let me show you this first. This marquee, if you look at it, it looks like there's actually water running in it. Let's see if I can get that to focus properly. There we go. Oh. So you can see that there's this weird effect in it. The reason what that is, that's actually got these drums that have these silver lines and black and silver wavy lines on it, and it spins, it rotates around, and it creates this water effect. I really like that, and actually it's actually really hard to find a working motor like this. Most of the time they've seized up or broken. But Tubin is a game to where you are literally in an inner tube and you're racing down to the end. It's not really a race though. It's actually what you're trying to do is get the most points. So what you have to do is in a second you'll see him throw a can. Yeah, you see it. You can shoot cans to knock things out of your way, and you got to go through these things. I can't remember what they call them now. To score extra points. Well, the thing is, if you don't go through those, an alligator actually comes down and bites you. So, and there's different guys on the side that do things that try to stop you. If you hit them, it stuns them so you can get by without having to worry about them. Ooh, sorry. So yeah, I love this game. It's very, very good. Very fun. It's kind of weird though because the controls, there's no joystick. There's only buttons. So you have these paddle buttons. So these paddle backwards, like you're going like that, and these make you paddle like this. And then this is how you throw your can. The button here. Also, if I don't hit the button, because if I do, it's going to start the game. And this kind of, actually, as you can see right here, it tells you kind of an intro of what buttons do what. Let's see, can I go back to that? I don't know, that's what it looks like to start the game. Yeah. It's not going to let me go back through them now. But this is the attract, so that people, when you play it, this is what you would look. This is how it looks. That's the start of level 1. Great game. Very fun. Great 2-player game. Okay, and now this is my most. Is it my most? Yes, my most recent pickup, and that is NBA Hang Time. If you're not familiar with NBA Hang Time, it is actually NBA Jam. This is actually the newer version of NBA Jam. Okay, and if you're wondering, this is a 4-player game. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 people can play. 2-on-2 basketball. That's what this is. Basketball is the sport I played growing up. And I need to adjust my camera so you can actually see me. Okay. And very good. Love this game. Played this crap out of this game. Well, not this one specifically. I played NBA Jam in the arcade, but this one was very fun. Just the same. I played. Oh gosh, NBA Jam so much that it just it's crazy how much mass dropped into this machine. But I bought this one specifically because this is actually a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cabinet. And I'm actually going to restore it to a Turtles. So what I'm going to do is buy a 6-in-1 switcher, and so I can put 6 boards in arcade boards in this, and I'll be able to switch between the games as I want. So I'm going to try to get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, X-Men, Simpsons. I think there's a WWF game. I can't remember if it's Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. I think it's Royal Rumble. And Bucky O'Hara and NBA Hang Time. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's Rampage. So that maybe the sound, maybe there's just a cold solder joint on the soundboard. I have to check that out. But that's my arcade. I do have other things in the garage I don't really want to show right now because they're kind of they're not in the best of states right now. They're kind of in a very taken apart state right now because I'm actually restoring a game. There's something else actually I just got to bring in. I just got to get somebody to help me. It's very, very heavy. But anyways, we had a good day. Mine's pretty good. I was actually worked at work today, didn't do too much, and I was like, oh, my mount in my car also broke, so I couldn't talk in my car. I was like, oh, sure, I tore my arcade. Maybe somebody might actually enjoy that. Talk to you tomorrow.